28. Thanks. 29.
That was a clever little shot again, played for choice of pink or black. And if the pink goes up onto the green spot, then that's absolutely fine. Brown spot rather.
35.
Brown spot being the highest available.
36. 43. 44. 51. 52. 'Yep.
That was a heavy contact. No spring in the cue ball there.
59.
Yeah, fortunately still has the red down the cushion. I think he might even play a deep screw here for the blue. Not easy playing two cushions. Probably just playing one, maybe taking his medicine, leave the white quite close to the side rail.
60.
Can still play a little punch through it for the two reds into right centre. Didn't quite get through it.
67.
And this is frame ball.
Well, this is not far off the perfect frame that Selby has played. Watertight safety for about 8 minutes. And then from his first chance, he makes a frame-winning break.
75. 76. 83.
Them reds, two pinks. Them reds, two blues rather, one pink and the rest blacks.
$91. 92.
Would have preferred to get higher on the black.
$99.
Those
100.
those cuts along the rail are always tricky. But what a start this is.
105.
The 438th century of Selby's career.
106. 113.
'Well, not a total clearance,
13 and a frame.
but an immaculate effort of 113. Mark Selby leads Mark Allen by a frame to nil.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the concluding match in Group 2. Mark Selby took the opening frame with an impressive break of 113, but Allen came back in the second as we pick up the action in frame 3.
Thank you. The third frame. Mark Allen to break.
It wasn't intended that the cue ball would finish in such an awkward place. The player breaking off invariably tries to leave the cue ball on the baulk cushion.
And it's a nasty one. Very little hiding places at first glance. Difficult to see where he could rest on a red and get this safe. Might even just be risking playing this one left the picture, just hoping to glance it. Oh, he has.
Generously appreciated by Allen in the traditional manner. A quick tap of the table.
One.
Well, Selby must have known that red was possible as a shot to nothing. If it was a fluke, I'm sure he would have acknowledged it.
Three. Four.
Yeah, just another illustration of how hard you have to work against Mark Selby to get your chances. Broke off, cue ball in behind the green, didn't appear to be much on for Mark Selby. Decent escape, good safety from Mark Allen. Next thing he knows, he's sitting in his chair again. And the world champions in scoring.
11. Twelve. 19. 20. 27. 28. 35.
'Not absolutely perfect here. I don't know if he can avoid a cannon on a red. May just be playing through the little gap. Oh yeah, good shot.
36.
Just having a look at where the pink will go. Obviously won't go on its own spot, so it'll go somewhere this side of those three reds together. That's what he's having a look at.
No spot available for the pink, so go as near as possible to it,
42.
in a direct line between its own spot and the black spot.
43.
Struck that well. Imperative he get top side of the blue.
Forty-eight.
A very nice precision cannon.
49. 54. 55.
clear thinking, good shot selection. Deadly execution. That's how Mark Selby has made this break.
59.
Yes, I was just thinking the same thing myself.
60.
He's made 2 or 3 difficult little shots look very easy. This contribution. Looks like he's going to regain his lead.
Alan sat out
65.
Selby's break of 113 in the opening frame. Could be sitting out another century here. Well,
Mark Selby, 65.
a tale of the unexpected. That was frame ball as well.
One.
Not the cleanest of contacts, but it's okay.
Yes, he wasn't happy with it.
8.
Good thing for Mark Allen. He's finished perfect here. Just clearing the path, obviously, for the next red.
Nine.
And the fact that he's taking the pink, all blacks from now on is a must, so has to get the correct side of each red.
$50. 16.
A couple of minutes ago, it looked certain that Selby was going to lead 2-1. But if Alan could clear up here with reds and blacks
23.
and all the colours, it could have a psychological impact as well as a score impact.
Nice. 24.
Pot's
31.
difficult enough here, but cue's not easy. You see him just unsettled on it. That is a fantastic
32.
shot. That's the best shot he's played of the match so far.
Could well prove to be the key shot in winning this frame.
39.
And this will be a
41.
massive blow to Mark Selby. Almost like winning 2 frames if he cleans up here.
Nice. 44. 48. $53.
Selby was in with 65, leading 65-0.
$59.
But surprisingly missed frame ball red. And Mark Allen, with a clearance of 66, takes the frame on the black and leads by 2 frames to 1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament from Coventry. It is the concluding match in Group 2. Mark Allen against Mark Selby. Allen ahead by 1 as we pick up the action in the 4th frame. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Oh, what a shot that is.
1.
And look where the cue ball was in case he missed it.
And a
Mark
generous tap of the table from Mark Allen, or rather just a tap of his own chair when he was sitting when that red hit the back of the pocket. Good sportsmanship, that, nice to see.
I think the general level of sportsmanship on the circuit is very good. I think it's because very often players are travelling together in the same hotel. Don't think that was the red that Alan intended to hit.
Yes, a wry grin and a little shake of the head as you see he felt he had a square bounce there. Either way, world champion has another chance, and it's a decent one.
1.
Just doesn't want to take red black in a second here because he's going to tie up pink and black in doing that. It's been interesting to see what his plan is. Yeah, that's why he's played the one nearest the pocket. Pot that and get rid of the pink first.
6. Seven. $30. 14. 20. 21.
'I think he's already worked out here that the red nearest the black will just about past the right corner. So he
27.
looks set fair here to square things up at the mid-session interval.
28.
Just coming round to double check it. Must be tight. Big bounce again. Not happy.
35. Yeah.
The cue ball therefore finishes much nearer the cushion than he intended.
You're just going to have to trust to luck positionally here. Playing a little cannon on the pink. Far from certain. Pot's not easy either. Yeah, position was difficult there.
36.
Still on it, but well, the pot's tough. Position even tougher.
Yeah, just flick the pink too thinly.
No, fabulous recovery.
Okay. $42. $43.
So he's just chasing one more red and high value colour. Leave his opponent needing snookers. Not absolutely certain a good position. That's a good percentage shot. He's played that beautifully. Brilliant shot.
48.
The reason I say it was such a good shot, it'd have been difficult not to have been on a red. Just the way he played it, he gave himself a chance of being on 3 reds.
$49.
If he makes sure of the black, then Alan would need a snooker. Had Selby needed another red, I'm sure he would have played the multi-cushion positional shot. But he knew that the black was all important.
Thank you.
And here's another example of
Mark
Mark
Selby,
Selby's
56.
safety prowess. The manner he lost that last frame, Mark Selby, you could forgive a player for crumbling, but he's made a different stuff. That was a fantastic effort.
Well, the escape was a hit and hope.
Just has to be careful of laying off in the yellow pocket here. Maybe he'll just hang off pace-wise. As I say, it's gone now, but it could have been dangerous. I feel certain now it will be 2 each at the mid-session interval.
Mark Selby 1. Yep. Frame conceded. Frame Mark Selby.
Very good standard on both sides. It's 2-all at the mid-session interval.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions match between Mark Allen and Mark Selby. It is level after the opening 4 frames. This is now the 5th. Allen at the table.
Well, you can tell from Alan's expression that that was a pretty dead contact.
24.
Yes. I almost missed the pot. It was that bad a contact. Still has this straightish red to the left. Far left corner. Fancy him knocking this in. I think the other red's still on. Providing he knocks this in, it might work in his favour.
25.
Brendan Moore has taken the black ball to the marker's chair, saying there are some white marks on it.
Okay. 32.
Oh, that was a lovely piece of cueing to get that far up the table. Now it's yellow, half ball yellow into the cluster.
Mark Allen, 33.
Basic shot, shouldn't have missed it.
Amazing the amount of times professional players, and we all do it, you miss a fairly standard shot just simply because you're thinking about the cluster of reds. Sometimes you can't help doing it. Very frustrating.
Three. Four.
Alan's failure on the yellow could have a big influence on this frame.
That was a fabulous shot. Didn't look much. The reason he played it,
11.
regardless of the cannon, the pack, he was on a choice of reds. And it's opened them all up now.
12.
An awful lot of cue ball cleaning going on.
Didn't quite get hold of it.
19.
You can't play in between yellow, brown off this. You'll have to play a little screw in between green and brown with that blue not being on. Oh, that's poor.
20.
Certainly didn't mean to cannon the brown.
Yeah, not wasting any time. This is a big shot in the frame. These are tough. Never ever easy.
Mark Selby, 20.
I thought he took it a little bit quicker than usual, Alan, maybe in frustration.
Yeah, I think sometimes players, when they half run out of position like that, they almost talk themselves into saying, I'm just going to play this as if it's a basic normal shot just to try and negate the pressure. But yeah, he did rush it a tad. But you could have been right, maybe it was just a hint of frustration. Both passed up a couple of chances each in this frame, so things are just getting a bit edgy out there.
No harm done.
Yeah, there is a possible double to right middle if he wants to play this. He can play it as a little deep screw. Obviously the green's waiting there. Just a little screw on and off the black cushion. Not quite sure if the angle's there. Yes, he doesn't really want to play the two reds next to the pink, because if he plays that, it's a must-get safe situation. It wouldn't be certain of where the reds would finish. That's why he's deciding to play one, probably the one nearest the baulk line. Change his mind, he is playing it. It has to get a good cue ball. As I say, not certain of where the reds are finishing.
Foul. Mark Allen, 6.
Well, that was unfortunate. Go again.
Foul.
Well, that's another 4 away.
Mark Allen, 4.
That was unlucky as well. The theory behind Selby's shot there was that he would use the corner pocket jaws to keep the red at the other end of the table, but he didn't play the other elements of the shot all that well, leaving Allen a possibility to middle, which has failed.
Now, long straightish red. Will he hedge his bets and play it as a deep screw or go full-blooded? I think if he goes full-blooded, he'll get it. Oh, he has.
1.
He'll already be thinking about the red on the baulk cushion. What would be the best way to attack it?
Six.
It's possible in a few shots' time that he could try and drop on the red where the green is.
7.
He wouldn't have an awful lot to do with the cue ball. Just depends how he sees this.
Nine. 10.
Yes, it may even be in his mind because he wasn't even interested in playing for the green off that red. So this is a key shot here. If he can land nice on this next red, you'd fancy him get somewhere in behind the last red to be able to just drop it in.
Seventy.
Yes, in behind it, but just the wrong angle.
Eighteen.
So the strategy of leaving the green over the pocket and rolling the last red along the baulk cushion has to be abandoned.
Yeah, he'll actually be quite satisfied that he's not on that. That would have been a horrible shot,
21.
even if he'd landed nice on the red. Mark Selby's tactical knowledge, you'd fancy him to lay a decent snooker here. Be hoping to keep the red in open play somewhere around the pink spot. No, that's excellent.
Mark Selby, 21.
It is a snooker, but you can jack the butt of the cue up in the air. It's an easy swerve, but as ever, it's not hitting it. It's kind of get it safe.
Is the red possible?
Thank you.
Didn't intend the double kiss, but I was about to say it's come out safe, but I'm not so sure that it is safe. No, it wasn't.
1.
So now Alan has a clear run to the line and a 3-2 lead.
Four. 6. 9. $30. 18.
So, barring a snooker, Mark Allen takes the lead for the first time this evening.
Mark Allen, 18.
Selby's first problem is to keep the pink out. $16 in it. Selby needs one snooker.
Yeah, there won't even be an attempt here. He's just going to push the pink round the table and behind the black spot. Wait for a better chance. Probably similar this time again. Can't really even attempt a snooker. Just pink in behind the black spot again. Yeah, you just get the sense that Mark Allen's acutely aware here that if he leaves Mark Selby any sort of decent chance of getting in behind the black, he wouldn't put it past him to do just that.
Selby is a great layer of snookers. I'm trying to think who he was playing in Glasgow a few years ago when he needed 4 and won the frame. Allen doubles the pink, then for the table, and leads by 3 frames to 2.
Plenty to play for in this best of 11 match. Marker. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Foul and miss. Mark Selby, 4. A bit nearer to the yard. Okay. No.
Half a millimetre in this. Just a little bit more swerve, a little bit more side. Try and nestle in the left side of the pack.
No penalty points. The nearest red is a very tricky shot. I'm not surprised Selby's ignoring it. He's got him again.
At least he's had a couple of practice shots at this. I think he'll be playing the same shot again. This time he doesn't have to play it with so much side. Is he just going to slip off the edge of it? He has, but the black might have come to his rescue as far as the red to left middle, but the other one will just about cut back. Forget about the cue ball here, he's got no control over that. Just try and pot this red. Decent chance of landing on something should he pot it.
One.
And it all depends on the angle on the yellow. Does have an angle. It's just how much can he squeeze out of the cue ball? There you see it. He's got to force it. Get the cue ball just back, just south of the blue spot. Oh, how well did he hit that?
Three. Four.
Wow.
Mark Selby, four.
What a miss. Any theories, Alan?
I think he just simply forgot to pot it. He was obviously thinking about position. But I think it's a simple case of he forgot to look at it.
One.
Whatever the reason, it could be a huge blunder.
Because it's certainly possible that if Alan makes the best of this, he could open a two-frame gap for the first time. Very delicate respotting task for Brendan Moore here. It's every referee's nightmare to
Seven.
drop a colour in the middle of the reds.
Eight. Thirty. 40. $21. 20. 22.
I just wonder when in potting this red if he decides to
29.
just glance off a little pack of reds, just push them into the open. He has only
30.
pushed one out, but at least he's decent on the blue.
$35. Mark Allen, 35.
Well, a few balls are being missed by these two top players. That was a comparatively narrow angle pot to the left middle. The players knock them in so often that sometimes we tend to think they're easy.
1.
That was first class. It was such a good shot that I think you can just drop this in, finish low in the black and play a little stun into the cluster of reds.
7.
That's just about perfect. So if this works out, fancy him. Take a 2-frame lead for the first time in the match. Big shot this. Oh, fabulous.
$14. 50. $21. 22.
Mark Selby's just been off colour, hasn't he, since the interval?
28.
Clive, any reason for that in your
29.
opinion?
Well, maybe accumulated tiredness from having played so many tournaments back to back, everywhere from
35.
Manchester to Guangzhou.
36.
But there again, Alan has played in all those tournaments.
$41. 42.
Both players have missed an easy ball in this frame.
$48.
But it's Alan who's going to take it,
$49.
opening a 2-frame gap for the first time.
$53. 55.
Worrying times just
58.
here for Mark Selby, but of course he's been there, he's seen it, done it all before. He's known for his famous comebacks, many of them down the years.
62.
He's going to have to produce the goods though. But if there's one player in the game that you can take their
67.
current form with a pinch of salt, is Mark Selby. No matter how badly he plays for a frame or two, he's always capable of producing the goods when it's really needed.
On the frame.
Mark Allen took that 80 clearance very fluently and leads Mark Selby by 4 frames to 2.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the concluding match in Group 2 featuring Mark Allen and Mark Selby. Allen took the 6th frame to open up a 2-frame advantage, but Selby came back in the 7th to reduce the gap. This is now frame 8.
Actually, it's been a feature of this match tonight. Every break-off, I think, has put the other player in a lot of trouble. Once again, chiefly because the red nestling in behind the black spot area means you can't just play a nothing safety, leave the cue ball down here. And again, there's no return for Mark. Can't play a thin one this time. Probably just going to play through green and brown, nestle into the right edge of the pack. Doesn't like it.
Well, whatever his intention was, that hasn't worked out. Very awkward having to bridge over so many balls. And didn't fancy attempting red to middle, understandably.
One.
Very good.
Yeah, it's the best shot he's played this second session. He's playing a deep screw, trying to open things here. Well, he's on one. Needs to be straightish on it. Fortunately, might be able to play this with a little bit of left-hand side on and off the cushion. Failing that, maybe get enough on it to screw it in black for the same corner.
9. 16. Seventy.
Just a little soft screw cannon on the pink and red if he's going to play the blue. Any sort of contact in those would just release the other two to right of it. Probably leave him on the red to left middle as well. Just a little delicate screw shot. Decided to play it direct to cannon.
22. $23. $28. $29.
Frame winning chance this. Plenty of loose reds still.
35.
Pink and black fully available, as is the blue.
36. $42. $43. $50. 51. $57. 58. $65. Mark Allen, 65.
Needed only that red and black to secure the frame. But fatally put the red on the near jaw. Maybe a kick was responsible.
One.
Yeah, whatever the cause of it. It's a not dissimilar situation to the third frame. Mark Allen 65 behind with 5 reds and made the 66 clearance. This
8.
one's a good bit more difficult, but at least he has more points to play with.
Thank you. 9.
2 reds on side cushions.
Yeah, I think he'd be playing a cannon, the one just below his body there. It's risky. I think he's deciding against it. He's going deep on the white, just getting in behind the other one. It's obvious that his first priority is try and get himself back
16.
in the frame. As I say, he's got points to play with here. Oh dear.
Mark Selby, 60.
Well, these corner pockets are tight, but even so, I didn't expect him to have any trouble with that.
Yeah, same here. I think he just rushed it a tad again. He's done that 2 or 3 times tonight. Just seemed to go down and play it as if it was over the pocket. You say, Clive, the pockets are tight. Well, boys in the studio have been talking about that this week, and you have to give every shot its due care and attention.
So Alan
8.
is going to be 2 up with 3 to play.
9.
Selby having missed his chance to clear it from behind.
Mark Allen, 9. And the
So Mark Allen within a frame of a place in the semi-finals. He leads Mark Selby by 5 frames to 3.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions tournament from Coventry. It is the concluding match in Group 2, Mark Allen against Mark Selby. Allen is now just a frame away from the win. Selby needs to take this, the 10th frame, to stay in the match. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
He's just weighing up whether he wants to just throw his hat into the last chance saloon here. Well, he is playing a deep screw, so there is an element of safety in it.
That's not safe though.
Yeah, that you have to feel will be in the match this time. This is the chance Mark's been waiting for. Last few shots. Just has to apply the finishing touches.
One.
Not his best positional shot though, leaving the black as a cutback.
Mark Allen, 1.
Well, like you, Alan, I thought that that was going to be the last visit of the match.
The scoreboard's just gone. It's 58 players 1, but the scoreboard's just gone.
Some trouble with the malfunctioning scoreboard in the arena apparently.
Yeah.
Distracted by a door slamming. Well, if anything, got a bit too near the pot. But Alan has passed up a couple of chances now to get over the line.
Yes, and that was a little snatchy. He knew it was match ball. I've said before, where there's hope, there's life. Sorry, where there's life, there's hope, rather.
1.
You have to put this man away. Difficult to see him win the frame from this position. The way he's been playing, it's hard to see it, but he's done it many times before.
8. 9.
Now can he just slip past the blue here for the red? The centre played a deep screw and tried to disturb them. Some effort. Oh, what a shot.
16.
I think this is making Alan uncomfortable.
17.
It's a terrible feeling to have the prospect of apparently certain victory snatched away.
58, 18.
And although Selby has got quite a way to go, things are looking more promising for him than they were 5 minutes ago. Still has to rely on the referee to tell him the score because the arena scoreboard is still malfunctioning.
Yeah, the only thing with that shot, it's just the wrong side of the
22.
red. He'd love to have played for blue or pink to attack this last red. Don't know if he can do that now. But he has the
23.
perfect angle on the black. And it's a decent little target, this, to drop in behind the red. Not sure if it'll go to the yellow pocket, but it'll certainly go to left middle and left hand black pocket. So just screw in behind it. Just play this a little bit harder than you normally would. Just get past it. Oh, this looks good. A little betwixt and between, but he is on it. And it's a decent angle. Back up the table for, well, a choice of 4. Ready and waiting. You just can't check the scoreboard.
58, 31. Yeah, 58, 31. No, because the break's 30 now, and it was 58, 1, so it's 58, 31.
A bit distracting to have to rely on word of mouth for the score.
Yes, at least it will be affirmed in his mind now that he's 27 behind. He needs the lot.
Thirty-one.
The problem ball is obviously going to be the brown, although it is
36.
about 3 inches away from the ball cushion.
I was just surprised the way he played that. I would have thought he'd have screwed the blue in and left the cue ball somewhere near the left side cushion, just flick the yellow in and slide past the green for the green in the same pocket as the yellow. But this positional shot now, not easy, not difficult rather to get on the green, but get on it in such a way as to get on that difficult brown. Not a cinch, this.
$38.
Now he'll cannon the brown.
Yes, he'll want to cannon the brown first, not cushion then brown. That's why he just screwed into it. Very good.
41.
Nice cannon, but still not a sitter.
45.
Overhit for an intended blue to right middle.
$50.
Thin cut to middle, but both pink and black still required.
Yeah, thankfully he's tall and slim, he can reach this without a problem. Should get on the black should the pink drop. Oh, this is good.
56.
Perfect. Looks like a decider.
Cool as ice. Mark Selby clears up with 63 to win on the black, to level at 5-all, and we go into a deciding 11th frame.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions match between Mark Allen and Mark Selby. Selby, having taken the 10th frame, has forced this match into a decider.
Thank you, the deciding frame. Mark Allen to break.
In fact, 6 of their 8 matches have gone the distance, requiring a deciding 11th frame. Terrific 63 clearance from Selby to win the last frame on the black and level at 5-all. But before that, Allen missed a couple of match clinching chances.
Yeah, he was in first in both the last 2 frames, and the last frame held that 50, what was it, 57, 58 point lead. Missed virtual match ball a couple of occasions.
One.
Backed his long distance potting there from the baulk cushion.
Well, if he takes this black on, he's a braver man than me, I'll tell you that. This is 50-50 at best for me, this one, especially at 5-all. Oh, what a shot. Heart of a lion, this man. Never ever ceases to amaze. I mean, let's get it right. His game, quite frankly, it's been in the bin tonight since the interval. He's produced 2 of the best shots you'll ever see.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man. This match following a similar pattern to their match last week in Guangzhou, when Allen led 5-2. Selby made it 5-all, but Allen won the decider. In this decider, Selby is in first.
Thank you. 15. $16.
Well, the last couple of frames, Selby seems to have found a new lease of
22.
life. He was looking tired, making quite a few unforced errors, but now he is fully focused and relishing the battle.
Yeah, I think he would fancy the cut back, but I think it'd be cannon and making a cannon the other reds when trying to pot it, so at least he can play this full-blooded and punching it. Oh, he's nailed it.
24.
Yeah, just amazing. Where does this guy find the resilience?
$31. 32.
Actually low in the blue is perfect here. Anything straightish on the next red, and he can almost put the cue ball wherever he likes to attack the cluster. That's perfect.
37. $38.
Not the most favourable run of the ball he could have had from that split.
43.
Yeah, he's looking at this red to the right corner. Ooh, this is nasty.
Now,
Mark Selby, 43.
just overcut it. Into the lead with 43, but a long way short of being enough to clinch frame and match. But it's tough for Alan now. He was within a couple of shots of victory in the last frame.
Oh, that is stunning. Stunning character to knock that red in. He knew if he missed it, it was his last shot.
Good shot, good nerve.
Five. Six. $11.
I think he wants to play the one on the pink spot. The only trouble with it, at 5-all, it brings a kick into the equation. If he gets a kick, it's end of break. That's probably why he's playing this one. I think if it was 1-all, he'd have played the other red. Didn't make a huge difference. They're obviously all sitting in the open anyway. But he has to keep a tight cue ball now. Not perfect. Back up, top side of the blue. As ever, must get north of it.
20.
Just didn't deliver the cue
25.
properly there. It was a little snatchy, if I'm honest. He was just very anxious to get nice on the next red. This is now missable.
Okay. 26.
Did well to make that. Certainly was a more difficult pot than he intended to leave himself, but he's got to come in and out of balk again.
Yeah. Whether he's got enough angle to screw up direct isn't certain. Needs a bit of luck here, because I don't think that's the way he played that. Not quite sure what he was playing for. He's on one. The pot's tough, position not certain.
31.
Well, first question, is the left-hand red potable? The entire match could hang on this shot.
Yes, I think it definitely goes. As I say, position's far from certain, so difficult to read where the cue ball's going to go in playing this. Depends which way he plays it. Whether he screw it, top it, stun it. Looks like he's playing a deep screw. Oh, fabulous.
$33.
The only downside is that he's put a red under the side cushion.
$36.
Could play to cannon the safe red here.
$37.
Good call, Clive. They're set fair now for match winning clearance. Doesn't have to worry about the pink. Just 1 point behind now. Any colour will suffice. And up to including the blue.
42.
Should see him in to Friday night semi-final.
43. $48. $50.
Very good match. Very dramatic finish. Selby saved the match in the last frame by clearing up with 63 to win on the black and equalise at 5-all.
57.
Selby was also first in with 43 in this frame, but now surely it's all over. The easy blue puts Alan 19 in front with only 13 on. So that would be 1 6-point snooker to tie.
$62. Mark Allen, 62.
Took a lot of nerve as well as a lot of ability to make that extremely timely 62. It looks as if he's going to be Ronnie O'Sullivan's semi-final opponent on Friday evening. So there it is, a fine match. It went the distance, but Mark Allen finally gets over the line and beats Mark Selby by 6 frames to 5.